If you have been following my fitness journey, you know that I have been walking 15,000 steps a day, and I'm currently wrapping up week 4. Yes, a whole month of consistency. And I have plenty of videos talking about how proud I am, how grateful I am, how I'm really transforming into the woman that I've always wanted to be. But this is not what this video is about. Today, I want to speak to the people who really need to hear this. It was not too long ago that I struggled with discipline and consistency. And when I say I struggled, I mean the longest I could ever go was about 7 days before I quit. So I'm all too familiar with starting something and then quitting, saying I'm going to do something, writing my goals down and swearing up and down that I'm going to finally lose the weight and I'm finally going to do this and that and this and that. And then I don't end up doing it. And honestly, I really was playing myself because I was screaming to the hilltops, telling everybody that I was going to do something. And then when I didn't do it, I'm cowering and hiding in shame. And it's just a cycle of self-loathing and self-pitying and being insecure and just feeling like you can't do it. I want to let y'all know, as much as I am a fan of tough love, I really want you guys to understand that it's very important to give yourself grace. Nobody's perfect, especially in the beginning when you're just starting your journey. After about 7 days, once that initial excitement and the fun and thrill of doing something new, once that goes away and you have no motivation, it's literally just sheer discipline, tenacity, and willpower. And it takes time to build those muscles up. It took me time because, like I've said, I've failed so many times before, which is why I didn't take a break. I didn't even think about taking a break until after week 2. It was very hard for me. I wanted to quit. I didn't want to do it. I just wanted to stay in bed and I wanted to revert back into old habits. You really get tested when you're trying to change your life. So it's a matter of how bad do you want this? So I'm speaking to the people who have a history of starting something and then missing a day, and then missing a day turns into missing 2 days, turns into missing a week. And next thing you know it, you've fallen right back into old habits. It doesn't have to be like that, y'all. It does not have to be like that. Half of the time, we just have to get over our biggest obstacle, which is ourselves. You are your biggest obstacle. I know I was, and I am a hell of an obstacle. I'm very convincing. Once I tell myself, hey, you know you don't feel like doing this today. You ain't got to do it. You could do it tomorrow. I am very convincing. Overcoming that, overcoming yourself, it takes time. It takes just being fed up enough with yourself. I got to the point where I was so tired of my own ish. I was so fed up with myself. I was like, you know what? I'm sick of this. I was literally laying in bed all day, scrolling on TikTok for days and days and days, watching TV for days and days and days. And I was like, I'm bored of this. I'm tired of this. I wanted to be comfortable. Yes. I was scared of hard work. Yes, I'll admit it. But I wanted more. I was like, okay, I'm bored of this now. I want a challenge. I want to do something. And I just got up and I didn't look back. But here's the thing. I'm not perfect. I don't know about these workaholics and these people that just be going crazy. I wouldn't necessarily consider myself a workaholic. I get things done when they need to get done, but I'm gonna live my life, okay? I'm gonna live my life. I'm not afraid to take a break. You should not be afraid to take a break either. But you know what? Why I'm not afraid to take a break is because I've already proven myself that I can push myself. I've already gotten over that hump. I need you to create enough evidence for yourself, enough examples of discipline and consistency so that you can keep going when you don't feel like going. And then when you take a break, you can get right back on it the next day. I've said this before. I wanted to get to the point where if I miss a day, I feel like something's missing. Like, oh my gosh, this doesn't even feel right. Like, what? I need to go on my walk because y'all doing too much. I literally said that bar for bar. And I feel like I am at that point now. I'm at that point now. The other day I got my period. And ladies, do I need to say more? I was cramping. My head was hurting. My stomach was hurting. I just wanted to lay in my bed all day and eat chocolate. And guess what I did? I laid in my bed all day and I ate chocolate. Yes, I sure did. And I'm not ashamed of it. And then the next day, I expected to, because I weigh myself every single day, I expected to step on the scale and have gained 5 pounds back. I wasn't moving. I was in bed in pain, taking Advil chill, drinking water, eating chocolate and ice cream and just everything. And it didn't even cross my mind that, oh, this is it. My streak is over. No, it did not. I felt like, I wish I could walk today. What? Months ago, that would never be me. I'm over here missing my walk. I'm looking forward because I know the first day of my period is going to be hard on me. I wasn't anticipating this day, honestly, but I was like, you know what? I've earned it. 21 days of walking 15,000 steps every day. Yeah, I earned a break. Even that day when I only could get 10,000 steps in because my foot was literally cramping up, what I was thinking about was, oh my gosh, I hope I could walk tomorrow. This has become therapeutic for me. I used to think people were crazy when they'd be like, oh yeah, going to the gym is like therapy. I'd be like, oh, sound like torture to me. Talking about some therapy, that would not make me feel better. But now I do. I feel like I get it now. My bad, y'all, because I was really thinking that y'all was crazy. The fitness gurus. Yeah, I get it now. I get it now. When I laid in bed all day and whatever, I didn't lose all my progress from weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. I didn't lose all my progress in one day. I stepped on the scale the next morning, and can y'all believe I lost, like, I think it was like 0.4 pounds. I was like, what? I mean, obviously, I probably knew I wasn't going to gain 5 pounds in a day, but I was a little nervous, just a little bit, because I was like, this has happened before. I've lost 3 pounds, gained back 5, but I've lost 8 pounds. I ain't never had that. I ain't never lost 8 pounds, gained back 10. I never made it to 8 pounds. So I wasn't that worried, but to see that I still lost weight, I'm like, no, my body is really changing. My metabolism is changing. I'm still feeling the effects from my hard work, and that made me want to go even harder. Okay. And that's just me. I'm not afraid to take a break because I know that I'm still going to get up the next day and do what I got to do, because I have built that relationship and that trust with myself to know that this is my new norm. So if I need to take a break, if I get too busy or whatever, I'm not afraid of that, because I know I'm going to keep going, because this is what I want. If this is what you want, y'all, keep going. Forget about it. If you miss a day, 2 days, whatever, just go. And don't even think about like, oh, I missed the streak, I have to start over. I don't care about that. If I do 4 days, I miss 2, and I get back on, that's my day 5. And you can fight me. That's a hill I'm willing to die on. If I do 30 days and it takes me 35 days to hit those 30 days, mind your business. Okay. I'm not starting over no streak. I don't care. Because there was a time when I had a 0-day streak for years. And it's not like I'm doing something for 7 days and then I take a month off and I'm like, okay, day 8. Now you're pushing it. But I'm not afraid anymore, because this is the new me. I now identify as an athletic person, as a motivated person, a disciplined person, and a consistent person. And nobody can take that away from me, because I built that for myself. Like I mentioned before, y'all, when I was rewarding myself when I didn't deserve it, now I deserve it. And I'm proud of that. I'm proud. It's a sense of pride and accomplishment that nobody can take from you, because you sat with yourself. I sat on the bathroom floor, not feeling like getting, and I picked up myself and I dragged myself out the door, and I still made it happen anyways, okay? And you will get there. Y'all will get there. I used to roll my eyes when people said everybody has the same 24 hours, because I'm like, not everybody has the same resources and access that you do. So that's tone deaf. Bye. And which I still stand by, that's still facts, but I really do feel like I can make time for what I want. I make time for my walk. The other day, this is how crazy I am, y'all. The other day, I went on my walk and I was just over it. I wanted to be inside. I'm really a homebody. And I think I came back and I had 13,000 steps. When I tell y'all, I walked across my apartment for 2,000 steps, back and forth, circles, to the kitchen, to the bathroom, to the living room, to the bedroom, to the dining room, back and forth, just walking around like a crazy person. My dog following me with her toy, and she's like, are we playing a game? Like, You make time for what you want. Don't let the fact that you're not perfect or that you have stressful, hard days or that you're tired, don't let that stress you out. Like I said, I'm all for tough love, and I could sit here and tell you, like, forget that, ignore your feelings, go anyways, get up and do it. You know yourself better than anyone else. You know the difference between when you're tired because you don't feel like doing it, because you're being lazy, because you're wanting to revert back into old habits, and when you're actually genuinely need a break. But I reserved a break for after I put that work in and after I got off my butt and went outside on the days where I didn't feel like doing it, on the days where that was the last thing that I wanted to go through. I reserved my break for then, and it feels like well-deserved. Before, y'all, I used to take breaks and reward myself when I really didn't deserve it. Like if I would set a goal for myself and say, okay, you know what? If I do this for 7 days consistently, on day 8, I'm gonna reward myself with a treat, like a cheat meal or a break or half of my workout or whatever it was. I took that reward and I didn't work for it. I just took it and it didn't feel special. My point is, when you do stuff like that, you're not cheating anybody but yourself. You have to get to the point where you're consistent and disciplined first. And then once you take a break, once you reward yourself, it would have been so worth it. And you're so proud of yourself. And that sense of accomplishment, that sense of pride, it's everything. You can't beat it. But if you miss a day of consistency, if you miss 2 days of consistency, don't panic. It's so easy to fall back into old habits. I don't want y'all to feel like that. I don't want y'all to feel like you did something for 7 days. On the 8th day, you took a break and then you never went back. Every single day is a new opportunity. It is a new opportunity to recommit. I always preach this. I say recommit as many times as it takes for it to stick. And I promise you, if you recommit enough times, it will stick. Y'all, I have been on and off, not consistent, not disciplined for years. So imagine how many times of recommitting that takes. I could tell y'all, I could probably scroll back to archive posts on my social media stories and stuff like that and tell y'all how many times I tried the 75 hard challenge, intermittent fasting, water fasting, trying to be a pescatarian, just trying to do the most, doing anything except just being consistent, just sticking to something. Just keep it simple, stupid. KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. And just keep going. Nothing beats that. But don't beat yourself up. I feel like in the past, when I would take a break on day 7, like I remember specifically one time I was walking 10,000 steps every single day. I was going to the gym though, and I was doing 10,000 steps on the treadmill. That's how I learned that I cannot do my steps on the treadmill. I get bored fast, and that's not sustainable for me. But guess what? If I didn't fail that time, I never would have learned that about myself. So failures are worth it. They're lessons. You need to fail. Fail your way to success. That's what I did. And now I'm finally here and I found what works for me. I know what doesn't work for me. So it was only a matter of time that I was going to find what works for me. And here I am. So I really think that when I was quitting after missing a day, it was because I was looking for an excuse to quit anyways. I didn't want to do it. Like I said, that excitement wears off. And after that, I'm like, okay, I did something. But can you really consider yourself consistent and disciplined and really like ride the wave of success if you just did something one time for a short burst? That's not changing your life. Yes, you did something that one time, cool. But you know what's even more impressive? Changing your life. Taking care of yourself, creating lasting habits that will sustain you and that you can be proud of. When I sleep in the mornings, as long as I get my steps in, I still feel like the day was not lost. I still feel like I had a good, productive day. And that's something that I am still proud of. So now After my month, when I start taking regular breaks, I don't feel like I'm in danger of quitting after taking a break. Why? Because I have that evidence of consistency and pushing myself when I didn't feel like doing it, grabbing myself up and dragging myself outside. I know I can do it when it gets hard. I know I can do it when I don't feel like it. Those things don't intimidate me anymore. That's why I say you are your biggest obstacle. It's not anybody else. It's not what you ate last night. It's not the fact that your boyfriend or your best friend, your sister doesn't want to do it with you. It's not the fact that your kids are driving you crazy. It's not the fact that your boss is annoying. It's not nobody. It's you. Because I used to get in my head and I was so good at it. I have always been so good at getting in my own head, overthinking my way into nothing. Analysis paralysis, because I felt like, okay, if I did this for 7 days and on the 8th day I stopped, there's no point. But that's a lie. That's a lie from the pits of hell, because the truth is that even when you put in that work, you can't see how it's changing you. Week 1, when I was excited and happy, and yes, I saw some physical changes kind of, but it was more so about the mental switch. By week 2, I realized that I'm starting to become a different person. And once I got myself through week 2, which was super hard because I did not want to go on my walk on any of them days, I realized that I was changing. And you don't see it every single day. You don't see the changes. When I would grudgingly leave the house and then come back sweaty and hot and face red, I didn't see the lasting effects. The energy that I feel now, the excitement that I feel now, the happiness that I feel now is probably from the work that I put in week 1, week 2. The results that I'm seeing now, the weight that I'm dropping now, it's not yesterday's work. It's not the day before yesterday's work. It's work that I've been put in. But listen, I know I've been rambling and I know I've been talking about a whole bunch of stuff. If y'all don't take anything else from this video, I want y'all to know that if you start something, keep going, you can do it. But if you by chance happen to fall off, you miss a day for whatever reason, don't spend the next week regretting that one mess up. Keep it pushing like it never even happened, because who gonna check you? The point is that you're proving to yourself that you can keep going. You don't got to prove to nobody else. You know when you're pushing yourself, you know when you're pushing past your past failures, etc., and you know how that's worth celebrating. So let's keep that mindset, okay? And let's keep going. We got this, y'all. 1 month update coming on Wednesday. All right. Well, that is all I have for y'all today. Thank you so much for watching my video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button because it's journey to 100,000 subscribers. Be there or hear about it. And shoot me a little comment below. Let's uplift each other. If it's getting hard, don't be afraid to say that. We could talk about it. We could uplift each other. We could push each other. We could keep each other going. That's what this community is here for. All right. Thank y'all so much for being the reason why I've been able to go so long. All right. I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.